So I recently purchased the most cheapest Range Rover SVR in the UK. And it came with problems. So, what's that, man?
Head gasket, oil cooler.
Many problems.
Stop.
Huh?
It's stuck.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No way. So the engine is seized, guys, man. And this meant only one thing. The engine needs to be removed for a full engine strip down. In the last video, we got as far as removing the engine from the car. Many of you guys suggested in the comments that it's a flood damaged car. Today's the day we fully stripped the engine down to reveal the extent of the damage, and I can't wait to find out. So guys, tune in and let's get started. I bought this from Copart for only £15,000. What an absolute bargain. The cheapest ones go for about 35k. For those of you that are watching it for the first time, check it out. It's a black on black SVR with stunning red interior. Of course, you got the SVR bucket seats. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. No engine. 5 litre V8 supercharged engine has been removed, ready for strip down. So in part 1 of this video, we diagnosed this vehicle to have timing chain issues. The engine was seized. Found a bit of water as well in the engine. Quite a few things going on. We got the engine on the stand. Let's go have a look. Here it is, the mighty SVR engine. 5 litre supercharged. So what we need to do today is more or less get rid of all the ancillaries, the water pump, the crank pulley, all these pipes and stuff you see, wiring looms out of the way, and then remove the cylinder heads. Now because this is a V8 engine, you have 2 cylinder heads on both sides, and both will be getting removed to establish 1, why the engine is seized, and 2, timing chain. What's wrong with the timing chain? That is of course at the front of the engine. Stay tuned. The workshop's looking a bit mad today. Here's a Audi S5 which got recovered from Manchester. In short, the engine basically blew up. When I say blew up, the pistons melted more or less. I'll go up there and show you what the pistons look like, but yeah, we pulled the engine out, removed the pistons, just waiting for the parts. But let's go see what's going on here. Still stripping down. It's gonna take some time. Where's the piston for the Audi S5? Look at that, guys. See that? That's the problem. It literally blew the piston. Madness. This is what happens to direct injection vehicles. So this is the supercharger here, guys. At the top, split the supercharger, removal the coolant pipes, auxiliary belt, water pump, AC compressor, tensioners and whatnot. So that is the supercharger cover removed. And if you ever wondered how a supercharger looks like, this is how they look like. That's the intake, goes straight to the supercharger. I'm assuming it goes to this flap over here, straight through into that, and it creates boost. So when I say the supercharger works with the engine, this here, there's a pulley here, there's a supercharger pulley. So look what happens when we turn this. See that? There you go. That's how a supercharger works. So the supercharger has 8 bolts in total. You got 4 on this side and 4 on the other side. And of course attached to it as well, you got a few breather pipes. If you come around this way, you got some sensors that are plugged in this way. Another one there. Once we remove them, we can safely remove the supercharger up, which will then give us access to more components around the cylinder head, which will allow us to get to where we need to. Look at the size of that thing, man. Compare that to a turbocharger. All right, here we go. You can almost see that V shape, and you see more once I start removing all these ancillaries out of the way. Here we got the oil cooler. We get that removed. Some of the things you expect to see on a car that's been sitting for a while, a Dragonfly. So this over here is the cylinder head cover. We've got to remove that first to get to the cylinder head bolts, which are underneath here. Once you get that and remove the head bolts, we can then take one cylinder head off. This is the driver's side cylinder head. Let's come over here. So yeah, that's our target. Basically, remove all the bolts around it, remove the injectors. Spark plugs have already been removed, of course. So next up, we're going to remove the timing chain cover. That will reveal the timing chain. Interesting part, because we're about to find out what happened to this engine. Let's go. There you go, guys. That is the timing chain exposed on the SVR engine. And as you can see, these chains run up to the camshafts up there, straight to the crankshaft. Right, I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think is wrong with it before I start showing you? Because you can see it straight away. As soon as you open the cover, I can see the problem. Let's show them what's wrong with this thing. Watch this, guys. See that? That is some serious timing chain slack. That there is the timing chain tensioner. Look at that.
Collapse.
It's collapsed, yeah.
This one is too close to it.
Right.
It's too far. So therefore this one, maybe in timing. This one out of timing.
Okay, yeah. So basically, what we can see from here is, without a doubt, we have a timing chain problem. You've got a lot of slack on this side, as you can see. Look, timing chain should not be like this. It should be tight. And here, the tension has come out too much, and as a result, the chains are very close to each other. Now, as I said before, it is a V8. That's the reason we got two chains going to two heads. This one we're about to remove soon. So based on what we find here, more than likely, because this timing chain is completely collapsed, this is the side of the engine that's out of timing and needs the valve sorting out, because it would have hit the piston, and that's why the engine was seized and would no longer start. So we're now going to remove the timing chain tensioners and start deassembling the timing chains, and the name kind of gives it away. Is what applies tension to the timing chains to keep them tight, and once they're worn out, they won't function as they should, and that's the reason why this car had a failure. These are the vanos that we're removing, camshaft adjusters, and these attach directly to the camshaft of the engine. So that's both the adjusters removed. We're going to feed the chain down below and remove it. There you go, one chain out. I'm pretty excited to remove these cylinder heads to assess the damage in them, to wonder how it's going to look once you open it. The worst case scenarios, I've seen some valves to damage on the piston as well down below. I'm hoping we don't have to go to the bottom end on this one, and it's just going to be a matter of rebuilding the cylinder heads and then putting new timing chain kit on. Yeah, time's going to tell. So these here are the camshaft caps. It holds the camshaft in place. Once we remove them, we can then take the camshaft off, and that will give us access to the head bolts. The head bolts, once we remove the head bolts, it will allow us to remove the cylinder head and separate it from the bottom end, the block basically. Engine block, cylinder head. And that is the camshaft off. There you have it. So now if you look through there, that's where the head bolts are. Once we remove them, this head's coming off. So as you can see, to remove the cylinder head, you need to get a very long bar, as they're very tight. Let's go, let's do it. Anti-clockwise turn. Mega tight. Alright guys, this is the big moment. We're about to remove the cylinder head of the Range Rover SVR engine, and we're about to find out how damaged it is. Let's go, let's do this. Oh my days, yo, look. No, that's fine. Look at that.
Oh fuck.
No way.
Oh no.
That is bad. No bloody way.
I didn't expect that one, mate.
Now same.
Jesus Christ.
That is serious damage. What? From valves?
You can only sleep.
Oh my days, man.
Dang.
It's just a bit jammed. I'm just about to show you guys what we just saw. You know what? Let's open it up. We'll show you what we just saw. That is not looking good. Oh my days. Look at that. That is a piston smashed in half. That's insane.
Oh.
No way. Is that a crack?
Yeah.
That is not good. I don't think this...
Maybe block is fucking good again.
Yeah, I don't think so. This block may not be reusable. Over here is a crack.
This is a sleeve.
Yeah, the sleeve is inside. So you got the engine sleeve, but the problem is there's a crack. So when you guys saw that, when you stripped the engine out, we found water coming out the sump. That explains everything. The head gasket sits here, and it went right through to the engine, into the sump. That is dangerous damage, man. That's the worst I've ever seen on an SVR. Oh my God, man. Can you remove that piston? I just want to show them some pieces of this damage.
Yeah, this can move.
Smash in half. Of course you can. There you go. Look, this is a piston, guys. That's a piston from a Range Rover SVR. Why is it not focusing? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, guys, here we go. Range Rover piston smashed into half. I've just got some light so you can see it properly. Look at that bore. Look at the scratches on that. So this block, I think, is game over, especially because of this crack over there. See that? You guys are probably thinking, what's next? Honestly, right now, the next step is for me to get an engine block. There's no other way around it. I mean, some people will say they can repair that block. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think it's the right way to do things anyway. So we need an engine block, and that also means this engine is going to have to get fully stripped down, bottom end included, crankshaft, bearings, you name it, all of that. What's next for me is basically sourcing parts. I need to get hold of timing chain, tensioners, and valves. Of course, we need valves. I didn't even show you guys the head. Let's have a look at the condition of this head. Look at that, man. Oh, the head. The head is gone as well. Wow.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's got some damage on it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Severe damage on the head and on the seating of the valve. That's even worse. A cylinder head is completely damaged as well. So we need a block, a cylinder head. Man, I think it looks like a new engine time. There's no point of getting a block and a cylinder head, and then what you got left is the other head. What's the point of that? You might as well just get a block and a head and a complete engine, I think. That's mad. That's mad. But yeah, man, guys, I'm gonna go into grabbing some parts, engine from what it looks like. I'll decide what to do next. So yeah, man, you guys stay tuned and look forward for the next part. So going back to the beginning of this video, when we were first stripping the engine down, when the car was on the ramp, water came out of the oil sump. Now see that crack we just found on the engine? That now explains where the water came from. It basically came straight from the coolant right into the engine. And the cause of failure, why that piston happened, is basically timing was obviously out. Whoever was driving must have known, it must have been making noises, and there's probably an engine light, but it probably was ignored. Continued driving the vehicle until the engine went bang. And that's the reason the piston is smashed in half and engine seized up, basically. That is the reason why the car's here as a non-runner, and how I purchased it for only 15k. Now the question is where I get an engine from. This is Nams from Boost Performance, signing out.